So this group, the Alberta Prosperity Project, unveiled its separation referendum question. I want to talk to you a bit about the strategy of this because this is something that I'm personally curious. So just as a follow-up, so the question that they unveiled is, do you agree that the province of Alberta shall become a sovereign country and cease to be a province of Canada? Very clear question. They said that as of Monday, 240,000 pledges as of today. And so just remember that you only need 177 signatures to force a referendum question. And then they write that the big goal is to hit 1 million. So I guess they're trying to share a clear message. This is something that I am very interested in. The idea of which one would be a more popular ask to the people of Alberta, and I want to get your response on this, is for Alberta to become a separate country or
Mhm.
Alberta to become part of the United States. Now, I know that many people, especially in the
Yeah.
political world, will have a knee-jerk reaction saying, if you say American, they'll say no. Canadians don't want to be American, period.
Yeah.
But I think that might be wrong. I think that for political people like us who eat and sleep and breathe politics, yes, the United States is sort of like the counter Canadian, and so you can't be. But to the severely normal average person who is not very political and maybe just doesn't even feel a strong connection to Canada anymore, maybe they're a first or second generation immigrant, maybe they're just a newcomer who probably their first choice, honestly, was America. They didn't get that visa, so they decided to come to Canada instead. The idea of an American passport is incredibly valuable. The idea of USD is incredibly appealing. And so
Mhm.
I almost wonder, like, which one would lure more people? The idea that you would be an independent a country that's not beholden to anyone, not attached to anything, no federal government, just you, or being part of the biggest empire, the greatest country in the world, and having the opportunity to just go up and move to Arizona or Florida or somewhere with a lower cost of living and better weather, more job opportunities. Like in some ways, I think that the American question might be a bit more appealing. But as an Albertan, what do you think?
So it's a good question. I've spoken to some lawyers about this who sort of think that even if, you had this pie in the sky idea that we could join the United States, to do that is a long legal process to become the 51st state. I mean, Donald Trump might be interested in expediting that, and you might be able to negotiate in certain ways, but you can't do that as a province of Canada. We don't have the ability to negotiate right now. It's like you can't get married to someone else when you're married to someone else. You have to get the divorce first. So you have to become an independent sovereign country before you can decide to be the 51st state. And I think that that idea has appeal to some. Obviously Cam Davies, the leader of the Alberta Republicans, he is an American. So, it kind of makes sense for him that he's trying to drag us to tie us and handcuff us to Washington. But I think you can tell from my language that I think that that's a bad idea. I think that Albertans who value freedom, who are descended from those who tamed the West, and built this province, viewing the Rocky Mountains, uh, in the prairies, taming them in a way that nobody else across the world has really done, building this beautiful province. I don't think that they want to tie themselves and shackle themselves to another abusive partner. I think that they want to go with on their own and build something beautiful because we already have something beautiful here, and we just want to make it better. Shackling ourselves to New York Democrats, and Democrats in Chicago, and San Francisco.
Future President AOC?
Yeah, do you want the future president of Alberta to be AOC? No, I think the answer is quite obvious there. I think that we have plenty of talent here to lead ourselves. We have everything. Donald Trump wants, when he says he wants Canada, he doesn't want Canada. He wants Alberta, he wants Saskatchewan, and he wants our people. We are a desired entity right now, and when someone wants to buy you, when someone wants to consume you, you have to start thinking, well, is that really a good thing for me? If they want us so bad, why couldn't we do this on our own? It's a common question that startups get, when they're about to be bought out. Snapchat had this with Facebook and Meta back, with Mark Zuckerberg, and they said, yeah, no, we don't, we, they gave them this offer to buy them, and they said, no, we don't actually, we think that we have the tools we need to grow into something great. And Alberta is faced with that exact same question right now. And I think that most Albertans would say, in the spirit of freedom that they believe in so strongly, that they don't need to tie themselves or shackle themselves to another Eastern capital that is out of touch. Washington is out of touch with Montana all the time. They get two senators. They hardly get any representation in the House of Representatives, and as a result, uh, Washington doesn't govern in the interests of Montana. And you think that's going to be any different for Alberta? No. The answer is no.